Hey everyone, Father Leo here with platinggrace.com and also a Plating Grace and Grub food truck update. First and foremost, there's been a lot in the news, the controversies around Pope Francis meeting President Biden and First Lady. Well, please know that this has been kind of a tradition, especially since John F. Kennedy, the first Catholic to meet the Pope. And we've always known that it's a pope's job as a pontiff, which basically means a bridge builder. He has to build bridges with people even if they disagree with them. And we all know that there are disagreements, but come on. Disagreements does not have to mean hate speech. We have to stop demonizing each other for strongly held beliefs. Now, there is controversy, however, because people wondered if the Holy Father was almost agreeing to whether or not President Biden was in the right with his positions on abortion, which he says he believes is offensive and sinful, but as a public person, he does the quote-unquote will of the people. However, that would be not very logical. It could be a form of illogical, fallacious rationalizing. One could say, I'm personally against slavery, but I am publicly supporting, even using tax dollars of citizens who oppose it, for slavery. And yeah, abortion is just as evil as slavery. In fact, it might even be more evil simply because of the fact that an unborn child, a fetus, Latin for small person, is the most innocent in our life. And so any type of harm done to the dignity of humans, from the most vulnerable elderly, those at the border, those on death row, and yes, we can't make a mother's womb dangerous as well. We have to respect the gift of life. And when we do that, we're at least following the first of God's commandments, because this is a God of life. And yeah, there's always going to be controversy about whether or not someone should be receiving communion if they're not in the state of grace. Well, I'm not a reader of souls, and I know that the Holy Father is obviously trying to make peace in a very divisive climate. We can't give into the anger. We can't give into the polarities. We know that there are many people who are receiving communion and they're not in the state of grace, but because someone is so public, it could create scandal. And so what we've got to do is remember that we can't be cafeteria Catholics. We can't use someone else's example as our own. The example that we have to follow is Jesus's example, as well as the saints. Their example, their teaching. We have to follow the teachings of the faith from the catechism and the scriptures and our tradition and the magisterial teaching. We can't just simply say because someone claims to be Catholic that they become somehow an authority of Catholicism. So I never want to take these issues lightly, but I want to be able to approach these controversial topics in a more conversational way. The controversy creates diversions in our faith, and that's the same root word as divorce. What we need is a better conversation, a conversation about who the Eucharist is to us and who we want to be as we prepare to receive communion and who we are called to be as a result of communion. We're called to be saints because we eat and become what we eat. That holiness is something that's supposed to well up within us, and what we believe on the inside is going to eventually be lived out on the outside. So let's make sure that this meeting with the Holy Father and the current president doesn't become a thing of division, but an opportunity to have a conversation about what faith means, what it means to be Catholic, what it means to receive communion, and who we're supposed to become as a result of our reception of Holy Communion. And speaking of conversations that lead to conversion, we've got some unique opportunities on our food truck. I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about what's happening next with the Plating Grace and Grub food truck. Our update is that we are completing our mission. We're fulfilling our responsibility. We are providing formation, community, and jobs for people who are formerly incarcerated. But we know we can do more and we can do it better. And so please stay tuned because we've got some unique news, some updates, and some ways that you can get involved with our movement to feed people body, mind, and soul. In the meantime, thank you for listening, and may God bless you, especially as we approach the end of our calendar year and the liturgical season. So much more is going to be happening, and we hope to provide ways to keep you staying hungry for God. God bless you.